Hello, everyone. Welcome to Empress Moon Tarot 777. My name is Oceanmoonflower, and I'm happy to have you here today. Today, we are doing our Fates and Stars Friday. Fates and Stars Friday is where we talk about something astrology related. And so today, we're going to talk about understanding your birth chart. This is really an exciting topic, I think, because you learn so much about yourself by digging into your birth chart. You can learn what sort of things you need to know with regards to your career and how to advance your career forward. You can learn things about your personality, maybe why you do certain things. And then when you later, once you've gotten past understanding the birth chart and you start to align it with the transits that are going on in the sky at the present moment, you can learn so much about the present moment as well as the future by looking at those transits. So it's a super fascinating topic. Now, with a birth chart, oftentimes people are like, well, what exactly is a birth chart? Like, I know I'm a Leo, but I don't know anything else. Or, I know I'm a Virgo, but what does the rest of it mean? So I get a lot of questions of that nature regarding a birth chart. And a birth chart is nothing more than, shall we say, a snapshot of the sky at the time of your birth and from the location of your birth. So we see where the planets are in different degrees. We also see how they align with other planets. And all of those celestial beings that are overhead make up who you are. Each planet has an influence upon a different aspect of you, your personality, your life, etc. And so we see by looking at the birth chart and taking the whole picture in, we can get an idea of different aspects of who we are. So a birth chart is nothing more than that celestial map of the sky at the time of your birth. Now, a birth chart can take us to so many places from there. If you want to learn more about astrology, you can dig into karmic astrology because of your birth chart. You can dig into relocation astrology because of your birth chart. You can look at compatibility between you and another soul because of your birth chart. So it's got so much information and so much potential. Now, the first thing you're going to look at when you look at a birth chart is your big three. We've talked about the big three most recently when we talked about the sun, the moon, and the rising sign. The sun being, your outward identity, your ego, things of that nature. And then the moon being your emotional makeup. And then the rising sign being that side of yourself that you show and display for other people. So those would be your top three that you would look at in a birth chart. You would see what houses they're placed in. You would see how they interact with other planets. Now, each of the planets can be either a beneficial planet or a not so beneficial planet. Each one under a different sign holds different attributes, and each one under a different house affects different aspects of your life. So think of it like this. If we have a stage that we are presenting, or a movie, the planets would be the actors in the movie. Their sign that they're under would be like the costume on the actor. And then the location within the birth chart would be like the location in a movie. So it holds some greater significance when you dig down deep. Let's say, for instance, you have Cancer, you have a Cancer sun in the fourth house. Well, Cancer feels extremely comfortable in the fourth house because Cancer rules over the fourth house. But you may find yourself very emotionally attached and most at home and most feeling like yourself when you're around family, when you're in a home environment. So as you look at your birth chart, you're going to look at each of the different planets. You'll see some planets are retrograde and some planets are direct. A retrograde planet is not necessarily a bad planet. A retrograde planet just means that we will be reflecting on things of the past or reflecting on things that could be modified or could be changed in the future. So when you see a retrograde planet, don't be alarmed by that. Don't be scared by a planet being in retrograde. A planet's not actually moving backward. It's just stationing in a way that it appears to be moving backward. And that's that key for pausing and reflecting. So maybe you've got a planet that's in retrograde, and in this particular area of your chart, you tend to be very introspective and you tend to look at things that have occurred in your life and make adjustments going forward. And you may also be very moved by when that particular planet is in a transit that is also going into retrograde. So these are various things that you might see in your birth chart. Now, when you look at a birth chart, you see this big old circle, right? This big old circle is divided into 12 sections, 12 pieces of the pie, shall we say. And each of those pieces of the pie represents a house on your birth chart. Each house is over a different area of your life. So you would look at which planets are in each house and how they're affecting you in each of those houses. And we'll dig deeper into the houses going forward in future videos. And you would also see how they align with other planets in your chart, what sort of patterning you can see from the aspects of your chart. All of these play a part on making you uniquely you. Now, I do astrology, and if you are interested in an astrology reading to help you to understand your birth chart, please feel free to reach out. Visit oceanmoonflower.com, and I should have some astrological offerings up on the site as soon as I return back from vacation next week. And I would be happy to help you in any way that I can. But here was a brief overview about understanding your birth chart. I hope that you guys have an absolutely beautiful day. Mahalo nui loa, love and light. Kiss, kiss. And I shall see you again soon. Ta-ta for now.